Alright, these are the tools that you're going to need for heat welding patch over a hole. And what we have is a heat gun, some scissors, a roller, and some scrap patch material that you can cut up. So if you have a hole that's a ½ inch or an inch, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your patch material and cut it at least an inch bigger than the actual hole. So right here I'm cutting about a 2-inch, just a 2-inch piece. And what you're going to want to do is just center your patch over the hole as best you can. Take your roller and just place it on the edge of the patch. And your heat gun, which is kicking out air. And what you're looking for is you're looking to get that air to kick the patch up, and then just slowly bring your roller over the top. And when you start to see the patch welt and kind of melt a little bit, bring your roller over the top. And what you want to do is, after you get the basic area down, you want to go over with your gun and just make sure that the edges are down, because you don't want those edges coming up. Alright, and so now this time I just want to show this a little bit closer with a different shape, because as long as you have enough surface area, it doesn't really matter the size or shape of the patch. So again, just place the roller on the edge of your patch and just get your gun to get that to flip up. And once you start seeing it melt, just run your roller over and you can see how it's melted there. Just push it, and then just make sure and get the edges really well, because again, you don't want once it gets started, you don't want anything to start again. So just go over the patch when you after you get it all laid down. Just get some of the air on there and then roll it. And so, as you can see here, your edges should be, you should be able to see them melting. Alright, we're going to be doing some glue patching work, and the tools you need some H866, some patch material, some backings for when you're gluing your patch onto your vinyl, and a pair of scissors. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is take your patch material, get your backing here, and make sure that when you're gluing, pay attention to the side. Try to put your coating up if that's the side you're going to be patching on. So what you're going to want to do is take and just put a nice thin coat over the top of your patch. And you can do this multiple ways. The way I like to do it is just take the patch with the glue just on the patch, place it over the hole, and just lightly push it down, and then peel it back up, and it just kind of shows you where you need to do your gluing rather than use a pin. And then just take and just apply another thin layer around the hole where you have it marked. And the important thing on this is to let it sit for a minute. And what you're looking for is for it to just get to a sticky point. It usually takes about a minute or so to let that get to that point. So you want to cut it. And then after about a minute or so, when it gets nice and sticky, you don't want it to dry, you just want it to get nice and sticky. Go ahead and just place your patch down over the hole, and just
Okay.
And just make sure you push around the edges of the patch. And just kind of run your hand over it. And what I usually do is I let it sit for another minute, and then I go back and I'll push it down again, because sometimes these edges like to rise up on you a little bit if it's not completely dry. So you just want to come back to it and just make sure that all your edges are nice and pushed down. I think that's one thing I wanted to point out in regards to any kind of adhesive patching you're doing, whether it be with glue or with tape. When you put down your patch on the one side, if you look on the inside, you're going to have some adhesive. So if you can, always try to put a patch on the other side as well. Cosmetically, it's better. You're not going to have stuff tends to build up on this adhesive, and it tends to turn out as a different color as an end result. So cosmetically, it'd be a good idea to apply a patch to the other side as well. So what we're going to be doing is some vinyl patch taping, and so what you're going to need is your vinyl patch tape and a pair of scissors. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do this. So what you're going to want to do, depending on the size of your hole, is again make sure that you have enough surface area around your hole, tear or rip. So just go ahead and lay your tape out over the hole, and then just give it a cut. And you can make these again any size you want. You can make it circular, square. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and take your backing off. And then just center the patch over the hole, tear or rip. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that there's no bubbles. Just make sure it's nice and smooth. And if you have a roller, take your roller and just go over the top of it. Or you can just use your hand and just make sure that it's all flat throughout the surface area. One thing I wanted to point out in regards to any kind of adhesive patching you're doing, whether it be with glue or with tape. When you put down your patch on the one side, if you look on the inside, you're going to have some adhesive. So if you can, always try to put a patch on the other side as well. Cosmetically, it's better. You're not going to have stuff tends to build up on this adhesive, and it tends to turn out as a different color as an end result. So cosmetically, it'd be a good idea to apply a patch to the other side as well.